Cloud.
There we go.
Good. There we go. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Tuesday Notary Titans. And a very special welcome to all of our brand new participants today. You are on the Tuesday Notary Titan Call. This is the nation's longest running program for notaries. And I want to give a special hello out there to everyone who's watching the replay on YouTube. Thank you so much for being here and for catching up with us after the fact on YouTube. Here's how this call works, you guys. Imagine you've got just a mastermind room full of experienced professionals and curious learners. They're all trying to help each other succeed. That's what you're stepping into. That is what TNT is like. It's like a play-by-play of the notary business. We're here live every single week to break down the plays, celebrate the wins, and coach you on the strategies that keep you moving forward in your business. Questions in the chat may or may not be answered. It depends on time. Priority is always given to raised hands. You can find the raised hand feature at the bottom of your Zoom screen. And of course, you guys can check out the chat yourselves to find all the chat room for all the etiquette, the rules, any announcements that we might have, any links that we talk about. We will be putting those in the chat for you. Also, any upcoming events, we'll put links in the chat too. But first, I need to introduce myself. My name's Jen Neitzel. I am the creator of Marketing for Notaries and co-creator of the Certified Notary Trust Delivery Agent program with my dear friend, my partner in crime, Laura Bewer, the goat herself. How are you today, Laura?
Super fine. It's a great day out here in Fresno, California.
Oh, that's right. You're teaching today. You're teaching today. Are you going to get to see Jen since you're in Fresno?
Not this time.
Not
I
that
will the
tough.
next time. I booked her in December.
Oh, that's nice. You make sure you get her on the calendar, right? And of course, we are supported every week on this call by Matt Miller, the president of the League of California Notaries. Hey, Matt, how are you doing?
I'm good, Jen. Happy to be here. It is a great day in the notary world.
It absolutely is all day, every day, right?
You
Let's
got it.
go over a few announcements while everybody's coming in and getting settled. You guys are going to get sick of hearing me say this every week, but I wrote a book and I want you to buy it and review it. So check out the chat. The book is all about my 5-point marketing system that is going to help you figure out how to market your business so you're not throwing spaghetti against the wall and hoping it sticks. You're actually making inroads with your marketing plans. You can find the book on Amazon, and Matt is going to put the links in the chat for you. We also want to remind you about the upcoming National Notary Association conference because payment plans are available, but only if you purchase through November 24th. So it's a $750 ticket. It's expensive. You want to do payment plans. I love a payment plan. You can do that by accessing by paying for it, getting your payment plan started before November 24th. The first payment is $195, followed by 5 payments of $111 for a total of $750 to capture that early bird pricing, which ends in January. We also have some specialty notary series that Laura has released. We've been talking about it for the last couple of months. So one more time, Laura, tell us about your specialty notary video series that is now available for purchase at a ridiculously low price.
Because everybody loves the deal.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
yeah. So 33 videos, each one something adjacent to purposeful practice, deliberate practice, whether it's a new line of revenue or a specific notarial act, whatever it is, it's to get better at that. And each one is about an hour. And because I just think you need all 33, I priced it with a coupon of $99. So it's $3 a video, right?
That's
So
incredible.
you do have to get all 33 to get that price. Okay.
Yeah.
And just use the code coached. If you use that coupon code coached on my website, you'll get it for that discount.
That is so generous of you. Matt has put that information in the chat for everyone, and everyone should be interested in that. That's an incredible value, Laura. I also want to let everybody know she's not here today. Because she has accepted a new position at the National Notary Association. Our friend Jen Cooper with JKC Mobile Notary, who is normally here supporting the call, is not going to be joining us on Tuesdays anymore because of her customer service position at the National Notary Association. But you guys know she has some great courses available as well, and she's having a big Black Friday sale. She's doing 60% off all of her courses. If you've not gotten that Chat GPT course specifically, guys, that's the one that it's so important, especially if you're feeling any level of intimidation about AI at all. Get that Chat GPT course she's got because it's going to help you lean into artificial intelligence, Chat GPT, AI, all the different AIs out there. And it's going to make you feel more comfortable and take away that unknown piece of it for you. Well, oh gosh, Laura, where'd Laura go? Oh, there she is. She's blacked out. Okay. So Laura's busy, Matt. So I'm gonna tell you, I have a really big announcement to make.
Oh,
Really
yes, you
big.
do.
It is a first of its kind thing that is happening. And so I'm really um I will share with you before I tell you guys, because y'all know I love to drag something out. I makes it fun. We were gonna share this 2 or 3 weeks ago. And we're told, no, 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 it's too early. You can't say anything to anybody yet. You can't say anything to anybody yet. And some of you may already know what I'm talking about if you have looked at the National Notary Association conference agenda for the upcoming May of 2026 NNA conference. Guys, TNT is going live from the NNA conference. We are hosting Tuesday Notary Titans directly from the NNA conference. This is a big deal, you guys. You'll be able to join us. We are going to have an incredible time answering any questions. You guys know how this works. Nothing's off limits, right? And we're opening it up not only to everybody who calls in, but everybody who's there live as well. So if you want to be on camera and participate, if you're a regular TNTer, maybe this pushes you into going to conference. I don't know, but we want you to join us there for sure because we want a packed house. We want to show the NNA how they already know how powerful this call is, but we want to reinforce that with them. So we could not. Oh, yay, Laura, you're back. Okay, good. We could not be. Isn't this exciting, Laura?
It is exciting.
It is.
I
Yeah.
I've been going to conferences for this will be my 20th year
Mm.
consecutive conferences, and I except for the first couple, I teach at all of them, but I've not done this before. So it's exciting to me
Oh,
to be able
yeah.
to do this live with people in an audience and having all of our followers too.
Yeah, and I think it's really amazing recognition as well from the NNA about the history of this call that goes far, that go not well, not too far beyond you, Laura, far beyond me. Um, but it was started, over 8 years ago with Carol Ray and Bill Soroka. Laura joined them just a few months later. Matt's on as a regular contributor. I started coming on about a year
A
ago
couple
or
of years
more.
ago, yeah.
I don't even know
This
how
is your
long.
second year.
Is it really? Oh,
Yeah,
wow. Um, so
time flies.
what day is it? What year is it? I don't know. But we are just so excited that we get to bring this platform to an even wider audience. So, my mission to you guys, all of our regular TNT folks, is to start thinking up some really good questions that you feel could help the notary community because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be polling you guys in 6 months or so, asking you what you think great questions are for us to take to the NNA conference and answer in front of the TNT crowd. How does that sound? Is that sound cool to everybody to have TNT live and in person? So amazing. Oh,
And Jen, I
yeah.
mean, that's exciting, but isn't there something else you're going to be doing while you're there? Like, what
Yes.
else are you presenting?
Oh, like
What?
drinking wine? Yeah. No. Yes, I am doing a presentation on the 5-point marketing system. So you're going to walk away too if you attend. You're going to walk away with a marketing plan in your hands to take in your hot little hands home and inject it right into your business. And Laura, you're doing a couple of other things besides TNT.
Yes,
And
I am.
what are you doing?
So I will be doing an interactive workshop with trust documents so that people can see and hear how that might go. And then the other one that I'm doing is on hospitals setting. So
Mm,
hospitals, skilled nursing, hospice, what needs to happen. That is a really different environment. It has its own ecosystem, and you need to know the rules about how to operate that way. It's not the same as just going to their house,
yeah.
right? Or going into a business office.
Mhm.
So I'm very excited about doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is a really important workshop to be doing because you're right, it is such a different environment when you're in a medical facility of any kind, especially a hospital. So
Yeah.
that is going to be a very important workshop session. I'm sure they'll have you doing that more than once, so
I'm sure
everybody
it'll
can
be a
see it.
couple
Yeah.
times.
That way everybody can see it, right? All right, guys, I just opened the chat and I saw all of your congratulations to Jen. I will be sure to pass those along to her. She's very excited, but of course we're going to miss her. Um, and I saw, oh, Latara, this caught my eye. She said, "Will you ever do a TNT call on a weekend?" No, it's always going to be on a Tuesday. Tuesday, Notary Titans. The times may change because it
Yes.
used to be it used to be in the morning,
Yeah.
and then it's been at this spot. It was at 2 o'clock, and then we shifted it to 2:15 a couple years ago. So we might see a shift in time of day, but it's always going to be on
On
a
Tuesday.
Tuesday. But those replays are available for you guys if you can't join us every week. All you have to do is go to my YouTube channel, which is at Marketing for Notaries, and you can watch the replay. So you never have to miss a TNT because you know how valuable this call is. All right, guys.
And
L- yeah.
By the way, guys, I have a call that's similar on Saturday morning. So if Saturday's the only day you might be able to do a call, then
Oh,
consider
yeah.
going to Laura's Inner Circle. Matt and I do that together on Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. Pacific time.
Yeah, absolutely. Matt, can you post that link for us in
Yeah.
the chat? Thank you. So that everybody can see if they are not already registered for Laura's Inner Circle, they can get registered for that. All right, let's get into the meat of this call. Let's start answering some questions. Please raise your virtual hand just like my friend Daniel did. And Daniel, I'm laughing. Did you see my social media post today?
I did. Good job. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Daniel wrote a book all about customer service. And wow, this is impressive, Daniel.
Yeah.
Really impressive. Really impressive. Can you put a link in the chat for any of our friends that
Uh,
want to know about that after you ask your question? I'm gonna let you ask your question first.
sure, absolutely. My question is for both of you and really anybody. Laura is, of course, not only the goat, but she's the goat of hospital signings. And I
Hmm.
have I have another one today. It's probably my biggest line of business as well. I am struggling right now with all of the various forms and requests for forms, and I have a couple of questions on that. Laura, now clearly we can't provide uh, anything. We can't really provide forms. We can't provide even what kind of form they want or what they're looking for. I do offer a few sites that have various forms that they have to navigate. But I run into two problems here. Number one is, well, three. One is the fact that social workers that are directing them to me, they're under the same restrictions we are. They are also under the situation where they can't be concerned about the unauthorized practice of law as well. The second problem is the laws in both of the states that I'm dual commissioned in are very vague in terms of what witnesses do. Some power of attorney forms have a signature and a notary. Some of them just have a signature. Some of them have a signature and a notary and a notary certificate and 2 witnesses. Some of them have, now my state, I mean, it's been very clear here that witnesses are required for wills. And as far as we know, that's all. And so I have at times at the request of the signer skipped that part and never had a problem. But so the forms is one problem. The various forms and witnessing is the second question. And the third one is sometimes we got to get involved because they can't print. They're in a hospital room all day. And I handle that more like I do loan signings. They want to email me a document, I can bring it printed. So anyway, what are your thoughts on those 3 issues? And Matt had his hand up. I think he wants to answer something.
Yeah, Matt, do you want to kick it off, or Laura, do you want to get started?
Oh, no, it's directed Laura. You go ahead, Laura, then I'll finish up.
Laura, you're on mute. We can't hear you.
Okay, so first of all, when it comes to they don't even know what they need. They know they need a document like a power of attorney or a healthcare directive. That's kind of the high level, but they don't know where to get it, what it should look like, or any of that. One thing is when it comes to healthcare directives, my understanding is that hospitals specifically are required to have one of those available. And through social services or through case management, they should be able to get that particular document. It might be called a medical power of attorney. It might be called a living will. It might be called an advance directive, but they should be able to access that through them. The second thing is when I have a conversation and I'm qualifying my signer before I ever get there, and I'm talking about, do you have the documents? And they say, well, no, we don't know what we need. I don't have an issue with talking about the functionality of documents. That is not the unauthorized practice of law. And for me to say, look, there are documents called powers of attorney, and those documents have to do with giving permission to somebody else to handle pretty much all your personal and financial affairs except medical. There's a different document for that. And it's same thing. So I feel like as long as I'm staying in the functionality of the document, I'm not practicing law. Now, there could be 3 or 4 different kinds of powers of attorney. I can't tell them which is the right one for them, but I can ask questions such as, do you need this document to work if they are incapacitated and can't speak for themselves anymore? I can ask that question. And if they say, well, yeah, I mean, that's the whole idea. We're afraid of that. Okay, so you want to make sure that the power of attorney you choose has that element to it. You might find it in the title. You might find it in a question answer immediately or yes or no, whatever it is. But you want to look for that. So there are ways to help them come up with the answers without me giving them the answers. So that's how I approach the documents. Now, if the document has a place for witnesses and notarization, the advance directives pretty much are either or. Usually it's witness or notary. And so I don't worry about skipping the witnesses on that document. But on powers of attorney, even though I know what the rules are in my state for that, I do not tell them it's okay to skip it. I tell them if you want to skip it, that's your business. Strike out the witnesses, but I can't make that choice for you. Do you want to make a phone call and ask, if there's going to be a problem if the witnesses are left off? I don't believe I'm empowered to make those kinds of decisions for them. So healthcare directives, check out the hospital. Witnesses, healthcare directive, either or. The other one, they should find out. If they say skip it, great, I can work with that, but they're going to have to address the blanks that are created, right? Okay, Matt?
Yeah, so I looked up while you were talking real quick, Daniel, what their signature requirements are in both Oregon and Washington. And for powers of attorney for financial use. Both states in their code, and I will post that in the chat in a moment, say that a financial power of attorney can be witnessed by two people who cannot be named in the document or the
Right.
agent, or acknowledged before a notary public. And then a power of attorney in Oregon also goes further. It's like California. If it's going to be used for real estate, it must be notarized. Witnessing will not be enough for that. And you can check out those laws in the links that I just posted in the chat for you.
Thank you very much, Matt. Now, Laura, do you have a problem with me, or anybody, do you have a problem with me recommending or at least giving them sites that have forms like
No.
LegalZoom, Rocket Lawyer,
Mhm.
eForms? Am I okay to say, hey, if you don't know what you're looking for? Typically the call goes, I am told I need a power of attorney and the advanced healthcare directive.
Right.
The Oregon Health Authority's advanced healthcare directive is used 90% of the time. All the hospitals have it. Most of the nurses carry them. There are a few places that have a shorter version of it, but there's one on the state's website, for example. But the Oregon Health Authority one in Oregon is the one that we use, and they the social workers I work with even go so far as to call it the Holy Trinity, because they include the last will, because they have already told the witness that, hey, or told the family member that, hey, these documents are going to be good, but they only last as long as the patient does.
Right.
But so they're familiar with what they're asking for, and I just it's heartbreaking at some point to say, look, I hate to put you through more of the ringer, but we're going to have to figure out where to find these forms at. And some of them will,
Giving sites, Daniel, giving out sites where they can find the document, because you're still not telling them which document. You're just saying, here's a place where you can get it. I offer up, depending on their situation, I can offer up websites. I can offer up, actually shipping stores. A lot of them carry those documents. They sell them, as well as stores like Staples or Office Max. And sometimes, if they're a senior, I offer up the Area on Aging Agency, because they help people prepare them for free. And so if I know the signer is over 55, then I say, hey, and it's not like I got to have it in 2 minutes. Here's a place that can help you, because they don't know how to fill them out. And so even though when they got the document, they're like, well, can I wait till you come? Can you help me do this? And the answer is no, I can't help you fill it out, but here's what I can do. I'm going to look for completeness. And if I see you didn't answer something and there's a blank space, I'm going to point it out. And if they ask me what goes there, I say, well, what does it say? I'll highlight that, because there's almost always some kind of verbiage that indicates what they're looking for, like address of the signer. Okay, who's your signer? What's his address? That's what they're looking for. So there are, again, backdoor ways for you to be helpful and not come right on out and tell them how to fill it out. It's a dance, really it is, to make sure you're staying compliant but being helpful. But there are ways to do it, and it just takes practice at being able to think that way when you're with that kind of client.
Great. Thank you. I just want to tell everybody, if you're going to buy Jen's book and you need a little extra postage to get the free Amazon postage, you can buy them both. And then get a nice twofer out of it. Hey, Laura, Matt, Jen, and everybody, thank you. It's great to see everybody. I will see you a week from Thursday for Notary Masters. You guys take care.
Yes, thank you, Daniel. You guys may or may not be aware that Daniel also heads up Notary Masters, which is a Toastmasters group. If working on your public presentation or your confidence is something that is important to you, I encourage you to check out this group. It is only notaries. And many of you are on the call, attend these meetings regularly. It's a great way to help you with your public speaking, which doesn't mean just standing up and giving a speech. It could mean, feeling confident standing in front of a chamber group or a bar association telling people about your business. So I encourage you to check that out. Daniel, if you want to put the Toastmasters in the chat, that would be fantastic so people can check that out. I think you can go a couple of times for free to check it out, but it's very minimal pricing, so that won't be a big concern. So
thank you. We don't
thank
meet this week, we meet next week. So thank you.
next week. Okay, fabulous. Thank you. And a great conversation. Thank you so much for bringing that up, Daniel. Trish Ann has a question for us. Trish Ann, tell us what
Yeah.
state you're in.
Yeah, I'm in North Carolina.
Okay, fabulous.
Yeah. So I just have a quick question. Obviously we have to be really careful about not giving any legal advice, but can I create some stuff to leave with clients that just kind of explain what different documents are? Because I am working with some estate planning attorneys in this area now, and they offer workshops, and I definitely want to let people know about them. Obviously I won't, offer any documents, but if someone's like, what's a durable power of attorney versus that, I'd love to kind of have something that I can leave with them just to kind of help educate. Is that okay? Do you know?
Are you talking about just like an informational sheet so
Yeah.
that people understand? There's absolutely nothing wrong. That's not giving legal advice.
Perfect.
That is simply informing the public of the definition of a document. So
Perfect.
completely different. We do
Okay.
dive in sometimes, Trishan, to this, unauthorized practice of law, and we take it to the extreme sometime because we care so much, and we all want to be following the rules. But I love that you brought that up and asked just to kind of cover all base. CYA, right, girl?
That's right. Cool. Perfect. I'm so glad to hear that, because I really want people to understand the difference, because I think a lot of people, even if they have a will, which is great because not everybody does, they assume that's going to like take care of them in every way. And I just kind of want people to know there's other stuff to look into. So
yeah.
Okay.
Matt or Laura, did you have anything you wanted to add to that?
Yeah, so I just want to say that when you create that, you might want to pass a few eyes on it. If you're working with a estate planning attorney, so you got an attorney connection, that's what I did, is that when I started describing things, I checked in with an attorney to say, this is how I describe it. Am I still okay? So that I felt confident
Perfect.
that
Okay.
whatever it is I'm putting out there.
Yeah. Awesome. I was definitely going to do that, because I might as well,
Correct.
if they're willing to help me. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And what a great way to strengthen the bond you have with a regular attorney you work with. And if they're
Yeah.
helping you,
And my
create this
clients.
informational sheet and
Yeah.
I mean, it's a win-win for everybody. So great idea, Trishan.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
You got it. Okay, Faith in Texas, even though she's got a Golden Gate Bridge on her.
I love California. What can I say?
Me too. Me too.
Yes.
I
So,
always say I'm a California girl at heart, even though I live in Texas.
oh, it's the weather. It's the weather for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have two questions. One is specifically for Matt, but the first one is, so I have a notarization for a pre-divorce court filings. And in this document, the attorney added a date and time to the jurat wording, but that's not specific to our jurats. So, what do you all feel about that?
Do you have a loose certificate for a juror that you can that he can put on there? Laura, how do you want to answer this first, Laura? Let me let the expert go first here.
For what?
It has to do with your state language.
I got you a bottle.
Oh, are you there?
I took care of it. Go ahead.
Okay. So it has to do with your state language. In California, we cannot do that. You can't have one letter extra. Texas, I do not believe, has the same issue that we have in terms of it has to be exactly mandated language. If your state doesn't have a problem with variation within your certificate, such as they added the time and date, then there shouldn't be any issue for you. I'm not looking at Texas law at the moment to verify that, but I do believe Texas does not mandate exact wording. It gives examples of what the certificate should look like. Jen, you're in Texas. Matt, you're probably looking.
Matt's probably looking if I know Matt. I'm trying to think if I think
So
you
while
should
you're
go
thinking,
ahead, Matt.
yeah,
Yeah, did
I
you find it?
found it. So Texas does not have codified jurat language like California does. However, it does mandate that a specific phrase is used, and that phrase is subscribed and sworn and affirmed, or I'm sorry, subscribed and sworn to or affirmed before me. So if he wants to add the date and time, I would be okay with that, so long as that transaction is happening at that date of time and you can certify that.
Mm.
Mhm.
Great point, Matt. That is an excellent point. Making sure
Okay.
that that's
I
happening
was
in that
so close
time.
to having that whole answer without looking.
So when I'm notarizing a document, I'm adding the date and the time that it's being notarized, is what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am.
On that
Okay.
Yeah,
document that you're
on the
speaking of.
certificate, if he's added it to the certificate and he's put a place that you have to fill in the time and the date, then you need to fill in the actual date and time that you're performing the notarization.
Oh, okay. Okay. And good. So my next question is for Matt. Matt, at the client event, you introduced us to a young lady that was holding the New York Notary Extravaganza.
Yes.
That link is not working. I tried it again this morning.
Okay, I'll work on that and I'll post in the chat for you. But for those
Okay.
who are unaware, Marcy Tiberio, who's the founder and president of the New York Notary Alliance, is hosting a Notary Public Day extravaganza this coming Friday and Saturday. It's 2 days of a jam-packed speaker feature. It's free, 100% free. It's held by Zoom, and you don't have to attend the whole thing. You can sign up for the individual sessions you want to attend. There it is. Kristen Weiss posted it in the chat. You can sign up for it there and find out more.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kristen, for posting that. And thank you for sharing that with us, Matt. I should have had that on our events list that I talk about. So, because that's happening, you said next week, right?
The 14th and 15th, which is, what is that, this coming weekend? I believe
Yes.
so. Yeah,
Yeah, this weekend. And Kristen just said she's going to be speaking.
she
So
is.
that's incredible. Are you speaking, Matt?
I'm not, but I will be there.
Awesome. Awesome. Laura, what about you? Where'd she go? Oh,
What do you want to, oops. What do you want to know?
if you are going to Marcy's Notary
Yeah,
Public.
I am. I'm going to two of them. So the two I'm going to is, thank you. One is Brooke Merritt, her
Mhm.
presentation. And the other one is, it's first thing in the morning. I can't think who it is, but there are two of them that I'm attending.
That's exciting. Yeah. Check that out, you guys. Kristen put the link in the chat, and Matt said it is my favorite price. Free.
$3.
$3. It's my favorite. All right. Thank you for that question, Faith. Did we get everything answered for you? I'm going to assume that's a yes. Okay.
Yes, you
Lorraine.
did. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thanks,
Okay.
Faith. Hey, Lorraine in Oregon. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. It's been a
Good.
minute.
Yeah, I know. Yes. This one's for Laura, and I just kind of need a little bit of a refresher because I have taken the hospital course. And Daniel brought up a question that I want to kind of piggyback on.
Mhm.
So, Laura, I know you were saying that the documents need to be complete. We checked for that. I understand that. On the Advanced Care Healthcare Directive in
Mhm.
Oregon, there are a lot of blocks that they can fill in. They're religious or they're,
Sure.
all these other preferences and so on. Do we just, if they don't want to fill it in, do we leave it blank? Or do we say, well, some people like to line through an initial?
There. So I would tell you the way I handle it out here is that anything that's optional, they don't want to fill out, I do have them put a little line through it. Because what I don't want to have happening is that they're filling it out after I'm done, right? I want to basically try to freeze the document in time.
Yes.
This is what it looked like when I notarized it. You don't want to fill that out? You don't have to. It's optional. but please draw a line for me right there with your initials, and then everybody knows you made that decision.
Thank you. I've been working with an attorney who tells his clients, oh, if you don't have anything, we'll just leave it blank. You can fill it in later.
Yeah, see, that's
So
not
then
okay.
so he kind of
You
threw
can fill
me.
it in later. If
What's
it's
that?
just witnessed, then that's not my issue because I'm not participating. But once it's notarized, we're supposed to freeze that document at that moment. This is what it looked like. This is what they agreed to. This is the information they wanted people to know. And I don't think it's okay for them to backfill stuff in later.
Okay, thank
That's
you.
my opinion and how I would address it.
Okay, and that's how I've been doing it. And then since I've been working with this other attorney, and I'm going, okay, am I missing something?
Attorneys are the worst. So
Remember, Lorraine, attorneys don't study notarial law.
No, I understand that. It just was throwing me because I've sat through a couple with him and
but they're not thinking of it in the way I just presented it.
got it. Okay.
The attorney isn't thinking of the requirements regarding the acknowledgement, if you're putting an acknowledgement on, and that it needs to be a completed document. And complete can be lines, complete can be a lot of things, but not blank. That's the one thing it cannot be.
So I guess I have to gingerly, if I'm sitting there with him or his paralegal, and they're going through it and handing it off to me to notarize, I guess what I need to do is have a little outside.
I think you need the conversation before
the conversation.
That's
right.
The next time you're called in and say, look, I want to share with you some requirements I have as a notary to fulfill my job. And one of them is a completed document. And I noticed that the optional sections, you're instructing your signer, it's okay, if you don't want to write anything now, you can do it later. However, my job is to say, this is what it looks like at this moment in time when I have fixed my signature and stamp. And allowing somebody to modify that document after the fact is not okay. Would you have a problem with having them just draw a line through the sections they don't want to fill out so that I can go ahead with my job, but do it privately?
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, I'm not going to do it in front of the client, but yeah, I should have that conversation before. Thank you for clarifying that for me.
What a great question, and even better answer, Laura. I love that because that can be really intimidating, having that kind of conversation with an attorney. And there are absolutely, you should do it. You absolutely should do it. And there are ways to do it professionally. And Laura just summed that up beautifully. Thank you, Lorraine. Hi, Cynthia in San Diego. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. What can we do for you today?
I don't have a question, but I just want to let you know that my book just arrived.
Oh, you got it. Yay.
Like 10 minutes ago, kid you not. So I'm looking forward
Wow,
to
this
it.
is awesome. I love it. Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
And yeah, next time we're at conference together or something, bring it so I can
Absolutely.
write you a little
Thank
message.
you so
And
much.
thank you for getting that. If when you're done reading it, if you feel so inclined, I would really appreciate a 5-star review on Amazon.
I will do that. No
Thank
problem.
you so much. Thank you so much. Daniel is back with another question. What can we do for you, sir?
It's a really quick question. This is more about a trend. Are you guys seeing a trend with, particularly for documents going abroad, where they don't want loose certificates anymore, where they're more interested in stamped certificates where needed rather than a separate piece of paper? They like having stuff on a way to do that on one sheet. Are you guys seeing a trend that way? Because I'm starting to get those requests now, and they don't really want me to add a second piece of paper.
Yeah. I have the wording stamps, and if I can put the wording stamp on the document, then that's always my preference rather than attaching a document when it's going out of the country. That's just my preference. Nobody's said to me, hey, can you not attach something? And of course, I have had documents where there's no room to put, they go right down to the bottom. There's no room. And when there's no room, then I have no choice. I need to add.
Okay.
Matt, have you seen anything different?
What? I think in the last probably year or so, I am hearing from customers that they want the acknowledgement on the signature page itself. And one of two things usually happens is A, there's no room for that, or B, there's not mandated language there, so they're not going to get the apostille. So what I do as a sort of workaround, in my state, I'm allowed to emboss documents. So I will emboss all pages, including my notary certificate. But I know that not all states allow their notaries to use embossers. So it's something you need to check on in your state.
It's a great question, though, Daniel. Thank you for bringing that up. We were talking about this a couple weeks ago, too, with the stamps. So thank you for bringing that. Did that answer your question?
More or less. I mean, I when I try to get the answer to this before I go, and I just let them know, hey, if you want me to stamp a certificate here, I need enough space about the size of a business card on the bottom. Those stamps have saved me so many times. It's one of the best investments I've ever made. I bought three of them a while ago, and they continue to pay for themselves. So, in Oregon, we use standard wording. In California, you guys got a lot of wording on yours. So,
Yeah.
Anyway, but thank you very much, and thank you everybody. I will see you all soon.
Thanks, Daniel.
I'm on my way to the hospital. So,
going for a hospital signing. Melissa in California. Hi, look at that beautiful sky. Looks like a gorgeous day in California.
Actually, it turned out okay. It was gloomy this morning, but anyways, we had fun with Bill and Judy and
Oh,
Sue
yeah.
Hope.
How was that?
It was so good. It was nice.
Good. I saw all your pictures. You took some great pictures. I saw them on social media.
Okay. And I have a question. I guess back to the trust. Like, you know how they bequeath stuff and there's a list, and then they say, oh, you can add to it later. When you add to even those things, do you have to get it notarized?
So
No?
there's usually a document for personal items that is an extra document that is not notarized. And it's where they can say, oh, I promised my daughter this picture and I promised my son this collection and blah, blah, blah. That usually is something that is a living, breathing document that changes as time goes on, because they might give it to them early. They might break it. They might sell it. Who knows? All right. And so they can adjust that document if it's not a notarized one. And I do about half a dozen different kinds of trusts. They're all living trusts, but different attorneys, different software. And all of them have been a page that isn't a notarized page, I should say. Now, Matt?
Typically, they call that a personal property memorandum.
Yes, that's what it's called.
And the way that I explain it, the way I've been taught by attorneys to explain it is, I say, this document here, we don't need to do anything with today. But if you wanted to leave a specific item to a specific person, you could fill it out, sign it, and add it to your trust, and it becomes part of your trust. And then later down the road, if you decide you don't want to leave that for them anymore, you can just take it out and shred it. But the good news is you don't need a notary for that. They can do that all on their own, and they can make as many of those over the years as they need.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I always wondered about that part. Thank you.
Great question, Melissa. Thank you. And Marilyn in Arizona. Hi, Marilyn. You are on mute.
Let's see if we can.
Let me
get you unmuted.
Am I unmuted now? I was hitting
There
we go.
Sorry about that.
There we go.
I'd like to swing back on the medical directives question.
Okay.
I do a lot of those and I use the state forms that are pre-filled out. I have my clients initial which ones they want. The other ones I leave blank. If we have a line put through that and they initial it, will that confuse people to think that's what they wanted?
What section are you talking about specifically? Can you give me an example?
Your medical directives, the health cares, the living will, and the mental health. I use the state of Arizona's forms for them. And they have the questions, if you want this, or this, do you want to be resuscitated? Do you not want to be resuscitated? Do you want burial? Do you want cremation? They have different selections on them. They initial the ones they want. And then the other ones, I just leave blank. But if you put a line through those so nobody can fill it in later, will that confuse the people that get the documents that maybe they wanted that? instead of leaving the other alternatives blank on the documents?
Well, I can't speak for anybody else, but if I was presented a document that had clear initials on lines next to options that the signer signed versus a strike through on other ones, I think that's pretty clear to me that those options that are initialed are the ones they want, and the one that is stricken is not. But leaving them blank is too dangerous because somebody else down the road could put initials there later on.
Okay, so practice should be have them initial what they want and just draw a line through the ones they don't want.
You could draw a line or an X through it. You could because it's listed out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Isn't
like
it
a
like a
little
list
line
they
and it
have
has
to
an
fill out?
option.
Yeah. They
they've
can
got
put
lines on.
yeah, they should be able to put an X there to show, but don't have them initial the X because then that could be confusing.
Yeah, just strike.
Just a one strike line. Because sometimes it says you can put an X or initial on them. So that I'm not comfortable with an X.
Yeah, I wouldn't
on
be
those.
I wouldn't be comfortable with an X either. It's got to be a very deliberate strike for me.
Okay, just a straight line through it so that nobody can put something on it then.
Exactly. You know, the most dangerous thing you can do is leave that line blank because then somebody else could insert initials later on down the road. Now, there's one other example that you might see from time to time, and that is a statutory power of attorney, and it has a list of powers. And it'll say this, that, and the other. And then down at the bottom, like line N, will say all the above.
Yeah.
Now, if someone initials line N, I'm not going to worry about having them strike all the lines above because it was very clear that they wanted all the powers granted to the agent. But I know the document you're talking about, it does have option, 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 and they initial the ones they want versus what they don't want. So the ones they don't want, very deliberate strike through.
Okay, I'll start doing that. I thought, I wasn't sure and I thought about it, but I just want, because I do a lot of those.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I also I will share this on the power of attorneys. I also have, I learned, I had Chase send one back 6 times when I got started from back east for my client. I've learned on the power of attorneys, I always have them initial. I also have them initial where it says power of attorney, doable. And then the witnesses, I have initial them where I haven't had problems with it. With the financial institutes and people that do that all the power of attorneys with them initialed in each spot that they have them. With the witnesses, I have found that I haven't had issues with them coming back where the institute will refuse it. That's just kind of a little thing I wanted to pass on.
Good tip.
Yeah,
I wish it was the same way here.
Yeah. And I have to say this today, I was really excited. I have a client, this is the 3rd time I've signed for her, and she's had a stroke, and her signature was really probably like 6 inches by 5 inches long in my book. So I got the thumbprint and the X, and I keep that page in my book, in my bag. And I pulled that out today and read it to them. It's my first thumbprint signature on a will. And I had her thumbprint the signature, thumbprint where the initials went, and then the witnesses did it underneath, and it really helped them out and noted which thumbprint it was in the book because she couldn't do a right hand. She had to do a left hand. So it was really, I really liked having that in my bag because I pulled it out. I read it to them. This is what our statute is of this. Is this what you want to do? Because they were asking how else could mom sign? So I just wanted to pass that on. I was really excited. That was my first one that I've done. And I was really glad I had that in my book that I could actually read the statute. Did you want a thumbprint or an X? Because we're allowed to have either one in Arizona.
Yeah.
On a document. So I just wanted to pass that on, that sometimes those little things in your book, I know they take room and weight, but it really paid off with that today. And I just wanted to share that with everybody.
Thank you so much for sharing, Marilyn. I appreciate that.
And thanks, guys.
Absolutely. Glad you're doing well. It's good to see you. Joanne in Washington State. What can we do for you today, my friend?
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
So a couple of things. Well, following up her question in regards to marking those selections. Could you do an NA instead of just
Mhm.
marking? Okay. So my question in regards to when you are working with attorneys and they just kind of shuffle you your portion of the notary page, and so you don't really see all the documents if there are blank spaces. Is that something of concern?
I asked for the document.
Oh, okay. The whole document.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've got to do your job, right? So how, if you're sitting next to an attorney and he's just handing you stuff, yeah, I would definitely, I think it's professional. And we had a conversation about your attorney a few weeks ago too, Joanne. I think this is one of those conversations, again, that you need to have behind the scenes. You found a doozy here, didn't you?
Well, I have
Yeah,
a
but
couple of them with different situations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. But yeah, for everybody on the call, no one should just be passing you an acknowledgement or a jurat. You need the whole document. And I played dumb about it. I'm like, what does this go to? Let me take a look. Right. And then they just instinctively give me the whole document and I just put it all together and hand it back to them when I'm done. So you can be, you know, creative in how you tease it out of them. But yeah, I gotta see the whole document.
Gotcha. Okay.
Especially
Thank
when
you.
it's something like estate planning documents. These are life altering documents. These are, what we refer to as real power documents. You need to see the document. Yeah,
All right. Thank you.
you bet.
Thanks for the question and great advice, Matt. Does anybody else have some questions they want to ask before we wrap the call in the next few minutes? You guys brought the questions today. Wasn't that
Yeah.
great?
Yes.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You guys brought those questions. Any last minute questions today? We are here to help or coach or do what we can for you guys. Just all you got to do is raise that hand. I do want to, oh, Tanzania has a question for us. Hi, Tanzania. Did I say your name right?
Yes, you did.
Okay, good.
Hi. Hi. Thank you for answering my question. Or answering my call. I'm driving right now, but
Sure.
I did have a question about holidays and tax write-offs and stuff. As we know, holidays are the best time to market your business, but also
Yes.
too, I wanted to see what your thoughts would be about like doing like a drive or like a Thanksgiving drive here in California. There's so much homelessness, so much things going on. And how can you do like a Thanksgiving drive or give back to the community in a tax writable, offable way, if that makes sense?
So I don't know the answer to that. And I would tell you, Tanzania, I think you need to talk to a tax planner, not a tax preparer, but a tax planner, a tax strategist, and ask them that question. I am not that person. So I don't want to give you bad advice. Matt, do you have any advice for this question?
I don't have a straight answer because there's not a straight answer.
Okay.
There's a lot of different rules regarding what kind of drive you want to do, what's involved, like is it monetary, is it in-kind donations, all these different things. So there's a lot of different tests you have to go through. So yeah, you need to talk to a tax planner, tax advisor, financial advisor, someone who's familiar with nonprofit work, particularly when it comes to public outreach. And they can really probably set you up pretty quickly because it's something they do all the time. But I know that there's a lot of variables when it comes to that kind of thing.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
And
But
Tanzania, if you need some help though with the promotion side of it, that I can help you with. So I think having a conversation first, maybe getting an idea, jot down some ideas of things that you might want to do and discuss them with this tax strategist. And then if you need some help planning the promotion side of it, getting the word out, who should you talk to in your community, that kind of thing, be happy to help you with that. I love that kind of stuff.
I am. Thank you.
Yes.
One last thing
Oh,
to
go ahead.
consider, Tanzania, is you might partner with an existing organization in your area.
Yes, I was thinking about that. Loaves and bread.
Yeah.
Right.
Are you in, where are you in, are you in SoCal?
I'm in Sacramento, Northern Cal.
You're in North,
Oh, there's
okay.
tons of stuff over there. Yeah, and then you could avoid all of that messy tax issue, all that, and just partner with an existing organization, and I'm sure they would love your help.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
encourage all of you, take Tanzania's lead if you can volunteer in some way, if you can help in some way. I think that is just incredible. So thank you for even thinking of that, Tanzania.
Thank you. Thank you guys for your help. Thank you.
You bet. And Pam, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. I came on a little late and I didn't hear what was being said. Was it something with Jen Cooper or?
She is now working with the NNA. She has a job, a
Oh,
full-time job with the NNA
awesome.
now. So, but yeah, for them, but we lost her on
Yeah, I
this
know.
call. So
Yeah.
we'll miss her. We'll miss her, but
Okay.
I will I'll be sure to
Thank
let
you.
her know that you asked about her.
Thank you.
I do want to just take a moment, you guys, for anyone on this call who is a veteran or anybody that has veterans in their families, from Laura and Matt and myself. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you for your service. Thank you for doing the hard thing so we don't have to. We very much appreciate that. Very quickly, Paula, I can take your question, but we got to be brief. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I was wondering about the Friday and Saturday Zoom.
Yeah.
I could not find it in my chat. So is
Oh,
there any way to just do it real quick?
yeah. Matt, would
Okay.
you?
Let me repost that link. Here it is coming in right
Oh, I
now.
got something better. Can Jen just text it to me or email it to me or something? Because now my chat doesn't work on my phone. I hate my phone.
Um,
I can't bring up the chat. You guys are about to close out.
Paula, if you would like to text, do you have my phone? Text me and ask
Okay.
me. And I can get that to you. If you've got my phone number, it's right over my picture. Go ahead and text me. It's late enough in the day that my brain will honestly not even remember from the time
Well,
now that we hang up.
I'll just say something for Friday, Saturday Zoom, and then you
Yep,
play with me.
yep,
Okay,
yep. That's all
thank
you
you
gotta do.
so much.
You got it. You got it.
Okay, bye-bye.
Well, as Laura, I know you have been doing your teaching thing there in Fresno. We just gave a shout out to all our amazing veterans and families of veterans. And I do this thing every week, though, where I put you on the spot to close us out. And it's kind of become a running joke. But now you're all prepared every week. So,
Usually, because if I'm not teaching, but guess what? I'm prepared.
of course you
Right.
are.
So, everybody's looking for the best thing. I'm going to tell you, you are your best thing.
Oh, I love that. That is so true. I love that. That's fantastic. Guys, have an amazing week. We will see you back here on Tuesday. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Have a good week, everybody.